Dear listener, welcome to the podcast channel of the you-smile project funded by Erasmus+. I'm Marina Béraud from Petra Patrimonia, and today we will discuss crowdfunding and its advantages. Imagine a world where you can fund projects with a positive environmental impact while building a community around shared values. That's what crowdfunding allows us to do. In this episode, we are going to explore how this method has transformed sustainable projects like Fairphone and how you, as young entrepreneurs in sustainable tourism, can take advantage of it. Stay tuned to discover how to raise funds while creating a movement around your project. Crowdfunding is a financing method that raises funds by gathering small contributions from a large number of people, usually via the internet. Unlike traditional methods like bank loans, crowdfunding enables anyone, even with a small idea, to find an audience willing to support a project. Crowdfunding often targets innovative social or environmental projects, and this is where it becomes interesting for you, future entrepreneurs in sustainable tourism. Crowdfunding can help you bring ideas to life for more responsible travel experience, eco-friendly accommodation, or even innovative services for travelers who are mindful of their impact on their planet. Let's take the example of Fairphone, a company founded in 2013 with a simple yet ambitious idea to make a more responsible smartphone. Fairphone's goal was to break away from an industry often associated with exploitation and significant pollution. Their aim: to create a smartphone manufactured ethically and built to last. But how to compete with industry giants? The solution? Crowdfunding. Fairphone launched its first campaign on Kickstarter, a crowdfunding platform, in 2013. They had a target of €150,000 to produce their first model, but thanks to consumer engagement, they quickly raised over €1.3 million. This was more than just a fundraising campaign, it was a movement. By supporting Fairphone, consumers were not simply buying a phone, they were backing a cause, a more humane, sustainable production model. This campaign not only helped the company secure funding but also created a loyal community around its values. You may be wondering how crowdfunding can apply to sustainable tourism. Just as Fairphone was able to test consumer interest for its sustainable smartphone, you can test and finance projects in eco-friendly tourism. Imagine you have a project idea, perhaps an eco-friendly lodging, a mobile app to help travelers choose sustainable destinations, or even a socially responsible tourism service. Through crowdfunding, you can raise the funds needed to bring your idea to life while engaging a community that shares your value. Crowdfunding not only finances your project but also validates if your idea resonates with your audience even before launching it. You could use platforms like Kickstarter, GoFundMe, Ulule, or some others to share your project with the world and create connection with travelers interested in sustainable alternatives. Why choose crowdfunding for a sustainable project? Here are a few advantages. Quick market validation. Even before creating your product or service, you can test public interest. Second, community building. By supporting your project, people become ambassadors. You're creating a loyal community that will support your approach in the long run. Third, visibility. A successful crowdfunding campaign can attract media attention and potential investors, increasing your project's visibility. And also, fourth, impact-focused financing. As a sustainable entrepreneur, you are not just seeking funds, you also want your project to have a positive environmental and social impact. Crowdfunding allows your project to grow while staying true to your values. So, if you have a sustainable tourism project idea, why not consider funding it through crowdfunding? By relying on a community of consumers, you can not only raise funds but also create a genuine movement around your vision. Crowdfunding is a real opportunity for young entrepreneurs who want to make a difference and for those of you who dream of transforming the tourism industry into a more responsible sector. If you want to go deeper in the launching of a successful crowdfunding campaign, choose the right platform and most importantly, how to effectively engage your community. You can go check our free online course on you-smile website, you-smile.eu. Today we talked about crowdfunding. Don't forget to follow you-smile on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to learn more about sustainable tourism in rural areas in Europe.